time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. Hey, Shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Yes, I'm like that's part of my. We building castles that's made out of. She's amazing, on fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get this maximum wage that belong on a poster. I'm in the days that is waving at me like damn it, I know you. You run the show like a hoster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. Yeah, I'm spending my money. I'm out of control. Somebody help me. She taking my bankroll, but I'm king of the club, and I'm wearing a crown, popping these bottles, watching they go.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down. Spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. The creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a he said my life's a bore. So quit my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Play tricks on me.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time. Responsibility he has and how the game flows through him. If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way out on the other side of the field. Bears with excellent field position to start off. And leading him out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
What is that?
First and 10 at the 30.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The Bears in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this one is incomplete.
Colston Loveland, the intended receiver.
And it's third down. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Cam Little for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going, got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that he couldn't take the one last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 69 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him second in rushing across the NFL. And the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
Yards to go.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 41-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, what do you think? You get the ball. The turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. If that might have a little bit off balance, I prefer to take a shot. But a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Looking to throw is Williams. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see enough from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this out to about the 40. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate and count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Second down and 8.
On the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
But you know that.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early, and of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monongai. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Logan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's good for the Bears. First down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll run Monongai. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 7.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Brings up second and
To throw, it's Williams. Touchdown Bears! Close to his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage.
for the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Eagles nothing.
So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 36-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy at half number 2.
To throw, Williams. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Clement.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
To the air, Williams. That's caught left side, Burden.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Eagles.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurts. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4.
Well, based on what we've seen so far. I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
What is up?
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Now Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
The 37-yard line.
Look at now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he said,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10. More the motion man right. Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our tour of the NFL starts now. It begins in Houston. The Texans at home to take on the Commanders. And this is C.J. Stroud. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Texans move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Jonathan Taylor. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. The Colts trying to get back over 500 in the early parts of the season. They lead at the break. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Tyler Algier. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away, it's a touchdown. This one is at the half with the Jets lead it by a couple of touchdowns at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Eagles, first down.
Only muster a yard here to the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll set up the throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams.
To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colston Loveland, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bears have opened the lead up to 30.
The kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And out now come the Eagles.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't loading up today, partner, because they've those big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time before they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 42.
Running is Manunga. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Rome Adunze.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears extend their lead yet again.
They try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles nothing.
5 plays there on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Cam Little to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, you know, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. Through one tackle. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
Always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2nd and 6.
A pass complete to Adunze. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run here with Manungai. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for
It's a
free.
gain of 2. That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Loveland. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
What is up?
They'll go play action here with Williams. Pass complete to Loveland.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
What is up?
1st and 10 at the 22.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Williams. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Williams go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Now, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 45.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line for them? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick throw to Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. A little juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Eagles 1st down. A gain of 21 yards. And
now a 1st carry here for the running back. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 114 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On play action, here's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here comes the Bears punter, Quan Barkley. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Eagles.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. This is 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Completed in. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive.